Dads who wrestle with their kids build 40% more emotional strength in their children than just lectures and verbal lessons alone. Now, are you one of those dads that gets down and roughhouse with your kids? Good job. Like you're doing the right thing. You're showing the kids not only that you love them, but you're actually showing them some structure. And we'll get into that in a second. If you're one of those dads that doesn't roughhouse with your kids, no sweat. Don't worry. The cool thing is, the good news is you can get started now. Maybe your dad didn't get down and roughhouse with you when you were little. That's okay. You have the ability to do that now. I just want to give a quick shout out to the people at Ready Set Parent who put out this post. It's actually really fascinating. They published this study, or these series of studies by Dr. Anthony Pellegrini. He had studied father-child play for decades, and I'm going to kind of read through some of their findings here. And now the cool thing is, across all of his studies, he found this one recurring theme of kids who had greater emotional regulation. They tended to be kids who had roughhoused with their fathers when they were growing up. So his findings were quite clear. Roughhousing sparks prefrontal cortex growth. That's the brain's self-control center. Dad's play doesn't just entertain, it builds the mind's control panel. When male caregivers, so that's uncle, dad, grandpa, stepdad, whatever, when they chase and flip the kids and they throw them up in the air, children learn how to manage risks. Their brains begin to distinguish between real danger and a safe challenge. Confidence grows where fear once lived. You'll see this all the time when your kids are little and they start roughhousing with dad. They're kind of scared at first, but then they start to push a little bit further because dad creates a safe space where those boundaries can kind of be pushed. And when they go too far and the kid pulls out a stick and hits dad in the head, they learn that was too far. Play helps calibrate your child's nervous system. Rough play does more than just burn energy. It actually syncs brainwaves. Studies show that father and child begin to mirror each other's neural activity. How crazy is that? Their brains literally get on the same wavelength. Physical play triggers a brain chemical called BDNF, or brain derived neurotrophic factor. Think of this as miracle grow for your neurons. More BDNF equals stronger connections. Roughhousing grows the brain on a cellular level. By age 10, kids who engage in physical play with their male caregivers, i.e., dad, have measurably thicker prefrontal cortex regions. The more they wrestle, the more they regulate. Self-control is built through movement, not lectures. That was a recurring theme in all of Dr. Anthony Pellegrini's studies. When kids beg to be tossed in the air, they're not seeking chaos. They're learning to stay steady in the middle of excitement. This is emotional regulation in motion. It's wired in their play. Dads naturally bring more unpredictability to their play. That variability forces kids to stay flexible, recalibrate, and adjust. Their brains learn to adapt in real time, and that's where the root of resilience comes from. Kids who roughhouse regularly with dad show 40% greater stress regulation by adolescence. They face conflict and anxiety with more confidence and calm. Play doesn't just teach coping, it inoculates against stress. The magic isn't just in the fun, it's actually in the recovery. This is kind of interesting. When play gets too intense, dad helps the child come back to calm. Like I mentioned a second ago, when you hit dad in the head with the stick, oh, that was a little too far. Let's bring it back to calm. Kids aren't just learning to play there, they're wiring their brains to recover from stress. These moments of intensity and repair create what researchers call stress inoculation, small, manageable challenges that train the body to handle more over time. So, meaning the further you push the boundaries with the kids in a safe way, the more stress that they can handle out in the real world. Every wrestle becomes a rehearsal for real life. The most powerful toy in the house isn't in a box. It's you. It's the dad that growls, chases, calms, and laughs. Fatherhood wires the brain, and play is the circuit board. If rough and tumble play is a father's language of love, then every dad deserves the right words. Dads, get on the floor. Roughhouse with your kids. It'll do more than you ever imagined.